in this business, especially at UCLA. Dan Guerrero is my boss there at UCLA, the athletic director, one of the most respected administrators in all of college athletics, and I can't thank Dan enough for the opportunities he gave me. Chancellor Gene Block, the chancellor at UCLA, tremendous administrator, tremendous visionary. Rhea Turteltaub, the vice chancellor, who actually was Sonia and I's boss as well on the external side of campus. Thanks to them. Our coaches and staff at UCLA could not have done it without them and could not have done it without the great fan support and donor support at UCLA. Mike Alden, the athletic director at Missouri. I worked with Mike for 5 years. Joe Castiglione was the athletic director who hired me at Missouri. He's now at Oklahoma, a great mentor. Mario Mocha, who's now the athletic director at Southern Illinois University. We've already talked to Mario about extending our series. Mario was my direct boss at Missouri and a great mentor to me. Paul D., the athletic director at Miami, gave me a chance to move up in the profession, so I thank him. And every chance that I've worked in this business and worked every day is I had AD-like experience. I was in the room when decisions were being made, and those individuals gave me that opportunity to sit here today. And so all the things that we're going to talk about, I've learned through this business of college athletics, and I've done AD-like experiences along the way. As this opportunity came up, Gary called me the Saturday after Wood made his announcement in a very similar type setting that I watched online because I knew that this was unfolding. And so Gary called me when we were actually leaving Peyton's basketball game, of all places, going to Target to get some things. And he called us in the car, and I looked at my phone, I told Sonia, President Ransdell's calling. I think I should answer this. So I did. Peyton's basketball game, that's right. And they're undefeated, by the way. 3 to 5-year-old league in Los Angeles. That's pretty tough. So they're undefeated.
What are those, 4-foot goals?
6-foot goals. So it's a lot of running back and forth. But, obviously I knew a lot about this program, but I did some more research, and really the foundation was laid by President Cherry. And I was reading his core values, and I found these things impressive because they still hold true. The reputation of WKU must be based on real merit. So we have to be real. We have to be tangible with what we do. We have to be progressive in all methods and how we operate. We have to impart on our students a burning zeal to do and be something. Guess what? Those fundamentals still apply to our business of higher education and college athletics. The leadership and vision of President Ransdell, I don't know if I'd be sitting here today if not for your leadership, is uber critical to our success here and what we do. Oftentimes, athletics is the window to the university. People view how we operate our higher education business through athletics. Right or wrong, that's what happens. So it's our job to uphold those principles. It's our job to have the obligation to operate within the framework of the university. The things we will do things right, and we will do the right thing. We will have integrity in what we do. The great foundation of success that has been laid here, moving up to 1A football, or FBS football as they now call it with the NCAA, has its challenges. We know that, but we're inspired by Willie's leadership and the coaching staff that's here in place. And you could not recruit, trust me, I've seen a lot of stadiums, a lot of athletic facilities. You could not recruit to a better place than what we have here. Just this facility alone, the locker room facilities, unbelievable foundation from a recruiting standpoint, specifically for the football program. Sun Belt Conference dominance. We're the best program in the Sun Belt, and we will continue to operate with that mindset and continue to dominate. We have great facilities here. We have leadership at the top. We have great coaches and staff. The 412 student athletes, roughly, Todd, in 19 sports. Tremendous foundation laid, with the coaches and student athletes. I've told many people in my journey in college athletics, there's no greater fan support per capita than Western Kentucky University. I really believe that. Again, the care factor is extremely high. So the passion and the spirit for this program is really unmatched, in my opinion. The vision that we will have will be to provide a world-class experience. The university has a statement, they want to be international in reach. We will provide a world-class experience for our student athletes in academics and in athletics. we will also try to run a model athletic program. We want people to come to us and say, look how they do it at the Hilltoppers. Look how they do it at Western Kentucky. We want people to look at our program as a model athletic program. Our job, our number one job, and really our only job, is to educate and support and service our student athletes. We have one job in college athletics, and the reason why we have jobs in college athletics is because of our students and our student athletes. That's it. So the filter of decision making will run through that final filter of what's best for the student athletes. We will also have some core values that I've learned along the way. I've added a few things, taken off a few things as I've learned, but we will always have academic integrity in the way we operate our academic component, and I know Dixie is here, so I met Dixie yesterday again, so thank you, Dixie. Academic integrity. We will never sacrifice the academic integrity of this institution. We'll have social responsibility. The logo never comes off. So we have to make sure we operate with a professional manner in all aspects, around town, around the community, in the region, when we're representing Western Kentucky athletics. Social responsibility, that applies to compliance as well. Student athlete welfare, again, that's the reason why we're here. We will provide the resources to benefit our student athletes. University integration, we must be integrated with the university. We can't be across the street, we can't be down the hill, we have to be up on the hill. We have to be with our administration and lock arms with the president and with the administration. Community engagement, we cannot be sitting here in this facility, in this football stadium, on this campus without community engagement. We have to be out there. We have to ask for support. And so all of you who are in the community, get ready, if you will. We're gonna come talk to you as much as we can and ask you to be a part of it. And then finally, and not necessarily last, but I don't think we get there unless we do those other 5 things, is we want to win. We want to be competitive in everything that we do. And so all those decisions that we're going to make will lead us to being ultra competitive here at this institution. You know, student athlete showcase, I think, is something that we need to emphasize here. And I have a few examples. Matt Rice, catcher on the baseball team, 4.0 GPA, mechanical engineering. Guess what he hit in baseball? .399 for last year's Sun Belt Conference champions. So those are the kind of student athletes that we have here at Western Kentucky University. Excuse me. I got to get the blue out of my mind. Sorry. Rachel Friedman, academic All-American while also earning all-conference honors on the soccer team. Those are the kind of profile of student athletes that we have to embrace here. One of my favorite sayings, and I'm almost done, don't worry. Dan Guerrero always says this, you know, how we do things is just as important as what we produce. So that'll be something that we continue to carry forward. How we do things is just as important as what we produce. So again, back to the integrity aspect. We're going to have a sense of pride in all that we do. Our staff will have a sense of pride. We're going to look the part. We're going to have our facilities look the part. That's our house. If we're the front door, that's the house that people come into. So our staff expectations, and I know there's many staff that are here today, is I believe that everyone is an academic counselor, because we're all about academics. Everyone's a compliance officer, because we have to follow the rules, and everyone can help us raise money in some way, shape, or form. And I told that to President Ransdell and the committee, and I truly believe that. Those are the 3 things that our staff, they may not be in fundraising, but the presentation that we make leads to people supporting us. And obviously, if we see a violation, we have to make sure we address it. And so compliance. And then, again, why we're here is to educate our student athletes. Talk about finances. We have to generate more resources in order to compete. We have to sell more tickets. We have to get more donors. We have to get more sponsors. And so we will be out there aggressively seeking those new opportunities